Can it get any more obvious? The state arbiters of the program have again, for the thousandth time, doubled down on their propaganda and psyop campaigns against me, Stephen Bell. I am literally being portrayed as being the new Hitler of the world, despite the very fundamental fact that I haven't done anything wrong, not legally and not even morally, but yet I'm continuously being labelled guilty for all the accusations and claims which the state arbiters of the program are broadcasting in their propaganda campaigns to the public at large on a global scale. Every time there's an accusation uttered or a fictitious virtual movie fabrication broadcast, I am being labelled guilty for those allegations and claims, which perpetually feature in these endless propaganda campaigns. And since this is the matter of fact of the whole saga, the state arbiters of the program, neither here in Denmark or in the US or in Great Britain, have any justification whatsoever to come after me. So they are, as they have continuously been doing since the inception of the program, they are actively labelling me guilty for all sorts of heinous crimes and allegations extrajudicially to the public, as the method for justifying the political and social persecution of me, and the way in which they are inciting the public to act against me. As the state arbiters of the program are almost entirely relying on the public at large to function as their proxies, to act directly against me, as part of the program's global social engineering operations, as the state arbiters are on a continuous basis conducting active measures through the program's real-time and global communication channels, from which the state arbiters of the program are conducting and controlling the said global social engineering and psyop campaigns. So at this point in time, the public, to a large extent, are so incited and in many cases indoctrinated by the continuous propaganda and psyop content that they are ready to act against me as lynch mobs. However, since that is not the desired outcome to this saga, the state arbiters of the program are attempting to create more elaborate ways to give themselves justification, so that the government and the police, principally here in Denmark, have some notion of legal justification to come after me directly. So the intelligence agency here in Denmark, named PET, are outright communicating to the public and having them and specific members of the public act on their behalf, with the clear intent to stage and or coerce problems and cases against me that can lead to a pretext arising from those given events that they have incited and coerced through the program's real-time communication channels and the perpetual broadcasting of propaganda and psyop content to the masses. I am obviously wise to the predicament of my situation, and I have likewise taken measures to protect myself against the intelligence agencies setting me up, at least making it as difficult as possible for them to do so, and they are clearly very, very frustrated with my abilities to be able to protect myself, and the whole situation generally. So they are endlessly continuing to double down on their active measures and propaganda campaigns against me, despite their endless trail of failed active measures and attempts of having me set up to be either imprisoned or institutionalized. Frankly, the above situation is quite volatile, and their willingness to go further and further in having the above-mentioned objectives succeed is likewise expanding to new reaches, and I am continuously faced with attempts in these directions against me. Most of them are laughable and ridiculous, however, they are continuously trying to have me made homeless and indigent. In the same way, it is also obvious that they want to have me set up so that I can be convicted for something that at least resembles what the state arbiters of the program are continuously labelling me guilty for extrajudicially. And that in a nutshell is what is going on. Furthermore, if you haven't heard me say this before, I shall say it again clearly and loudly. I am not guilty. I have not committed any sex crimes ever in my life. Moreover, I have never confessed to any such accusations ever in my life, notwithstanding the endless fabricated and fictitious propaganda content, in which I feature as the virtual protagonist, that in reality have absolutely nothing to do with me at all. Stop the fakery now and demand the state arbiters to indict me now. And when they don't do that, as can be seen from the last decade that has gone past, then it should be clear to everybody that their allegations against me are completely fraudulent, and that is precisely why they're not indicting me, and all their excuses for not doing so is nothing but bullshit and lies.